Hi, this is Will Bowen with today's Jumpstart. Well, as you can see, I'm not in Philadelphia anymore. And thank you, by the way, for everybody who gave me feedback with regards to how the audio sounded. I get that it was a little noisy when I was in New York City, etc. And I also know it was a little hard to hear me. I was trying using the AirPods, the Apple AirPods, and that actually created more problems because people said that I looked like I had cigarettes hanging out of my ears, which I totally get. I'm on the last day of a workcation. I was here delivering a speech in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, sharing the complaint-free message with executives with it's the Southeastern Vending Machines Association. These are the people who put the soda machines everywhere you see them and all the other types of machines. So it was really cool and fun being with them. They were a great group and we had a really good time. It's always cool to be able to bring the complaint-free concept to people so that they share it with other people, because Lord knows we all win when there's less complaining and more direct communication. So I want to move on to our continuation of this Jumpstart series from 1 Corinthians 13, the one that everybody knows from all the weddings. And I realize it would be nicer if I could turn around, but the sun is coming back up on the ocean, coming out rather, and I don't want it to blind you. So anyway, there we go, 1 Corinthians 1:13. Love is patient, love is kind, etc. And what we're up to is love keeps no record of wrongs. I would have to say that if I see one parenting mistake that parents make, myself included, in the past and even now, I have to be very, very careful, and that is to keep a record of wrongs. There is something innate in us that it's important to keep, you know what, here's the thing, the old saying of fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Very true. So it is normal for us with other people to go, now wait a minute, that's a red flag, wait a minute, there's another red flag, etc., and to possibly in some cases sever relationships if the person is not being as ethical or is not being in agreement with what we consider the relationship to be. That makes perfect sense. But when we're talking about kids, employees, spouses, ideally, now employees are different as well, but to a great extent they should be treated like friends. We need to treat them as people that are doing their very best, who simply fall short. And it's our responsibility to help them hit those marks as best as we can, and not to count, well, you remember you did this, remember you did that, remember you did that. The only reason we would do that is to hopefully break a pattern, and we shouldn't do that unless we're willing to work with that person to help them break that pattern. It's interesting if you think about it, because the person that you're talking to about what they did, if it's a child, and I've seen people in their 70s who have kids in their 50s who are like, well, you remember, you know, you started, this would be my dad, honestly, you know, because I wanted to be a ventriloquist when I was 12 years old. Well, you gave up on the ventriloquism thing. Someday you're going to give up on the professional speaking and author thing. Now, he's never actually said that, but that's kind of what some people would do. And the thing is that never makes you feel closer to someone. It makes you feel more distant. And when someone feels distant, they don't feel loved. And if our ideal through this exploration of this writing is to bring more love into our lives and more love into our worlds, one of the most important things we can do is not carry around a list of the shortfalls of the other person, right? So work on that today. Notice when you go, just like before and before and before, and treat each issue separately. Don't bring the baggage to the situation, address the situation, all right? Enjoy today, and we will talk tomorrow, and I'm going to enjoy the sun. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.